I'm 94 years old. I hung my own laundry this morning. I walked to the mailbox and back. I made my own breakfast. I read my book. And I did all of that before most people opened their eyes. People always ask me, how are you still doing all that at 94? My name is Opal June. In my last talk, I told you what I stopped doing, and many of you said you stopped too. But stopping bad habits is only half the work. You can quit everything harmful and still sit in a chair waiting for the days to pass. After Earl died, that's almost what happened to me. I sat in that quiet house, didn't go anywhere, didn't do much of anything. Then one morning I got up. I began doing 7 small, simple things. They cost nothing. They weren't fancy, but they changed my life. I'm going to share them with you, and the last one matters more than all the others combined. Number 1, I went back to cooking with real butter. For years they told us butter was the enemy. Use margarine, they said. Use vegetable oils and plastic bottles. So I did. But my mother cooked with butter and lard her whole life and lived to 98. My grandmother did the same and passed at 91, sharp as a tack. They didn't count calories. They cooked food that came from the land. About 30 years ago, I switched back. Real butter, olive oil, nothing else. And I felt the difference. My digestion improved. My joints felt steadier. Even my mind felt clearer. I'm not saying butter is magic. I'm saying real food made sense again. Number 2, I eat the same simple breakfast every day. 2 eggs, 1 piece of toast with butter, a cup of tea. That's been my morning for decades. My granddaughter once asked, "Grandma, don't you get bored?" No, because my body knows what's coming. There's no guessing, no rushing, no skipping. I don't start my day confused in front of the refrigerator. A steady breakfast makes a steady day. No mid-morning crash, no shaking, no desperate reach for sweets by noon. At 94, steady is everything. Number 3, I stretch before my feet touch the floor. Before I sit up, I move my ankles in circles. I roll my wrists. I gently turn my neck side to side. 5 minutes, that's it. A 94-year-old body doesn't just start. It needs warming up, like an old car on a cold morning. Since I began doing this, I haven't fallen, not once. 3 women from my church broke hips this year. Every one of them said they stood up too quickly. 5 slow minutes could have changed that. Number 4, I move every single day. Not exercise, not a gym. I walk to the mailbox. I garden. I bend down and pull weeds. I hang laundry on the line. Reaching up to pin sheets works your arms and back more than you'd think. Earl used to tease me and say I had ants in my pants. I'd tell him those ants are keeping me alive. I've watched it happen. The ones who sit all day are the first to fade. You don't have to run. You just have to move. Give your body a reason to stay strong. Number 5, I guard my sleep like it's gold. I'm in bed by 9. I wake up around 5. No alarm. People think that sounds dull. What about your shows? What about staying up? Let me tell you something. Nothing on television is worth feeling foggy the next morning. The world is quieter at night. My body rests. My mind settles. When the sun rises, I'm ready for it. Good sleep is not laziness, it's maintenance. And at 94, maintenance is everything. And I still have 2 more to share. The last one, that's the one that truly saved me after Earl was gone. My evening ends at 9. My morning begins before the sun even thinks about rising. And let me tell you something about early mornings. Most people have no idea what they're missing. At 5 a.m., the house belongs to me. No phones ringing, no doors closing, no noise from the world. It's quiet in a way that feels clean. I sit on the porch and listen to the birds sorting out their day, and while they do, I sort out mine. That hour is a gift, the purest part of the day, and I get it because I listen when my body says it's time to rest. They call it a circadian rhythm now, a built-in clock. When you follow it, everything works better. Sleep is deeper, thoughts are clearer, moods are steadier. But when you fight it, staying up past midnight staring at a screen, watching something you won't even remember tomorrow, that clock gets confused and you feel it. You feel it when you can't get out of bed. You feel it at noon when your bones ache. You feel it in your temper. The morning is a reward, but you have to earn it the night before. I've been earning it for over 30 years. I can't remember the last sunrise I missed. Now, number 6. I read 10 pages of a book every single day. Not an hour, not a thick novel in one sitting, just 10 pages. Some days it's my Bible, some days it's a mystery from the library. My friend brings me one every other week. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that it keeps my mind working. At 94, your mind is the one thing you cannot afford to lose. I remember names. I remember what I wore to Earl's funeral. I remember what my granddaughter told me on the phone last Tuesday. That isn't luck, it's use. I've watched people start forgetting in their 60s. That frightens me more than death, truly. Dying doesn't scare me much anymore, but losing my mind while my body keeps breathing, that does. So I read my 10 pages like it's medicine, the cheapest medicine I've ever taken. And now, number 7. The first 6 don't mean much without this one. I go somewhere with other people at least once a week. For me, it's church every Sunday, but it doesn't have to be church. It can be lunch with a friend, a card game, a walk, a short phone call. just another voice, and yours in return, because loneliness is quiet and it eats slowly. After Earl passed, the house went silent. No footsteps, no "Opal, what's for supper?" Just still air. The children had their lives. I don't blame them. One Sunday I forced myself to go back to church. I sat in the pew where Earl and I had sat for 40 years. I still sit there. Some days I could swear I feel him beside me. You show up somewhere long enough with someone you love, and that place keeps a piece of 'em. I've seen strong people fade away, not because their bodies failed, but because nobody knocked on their door. They had nowhere to be and no one waiting. You can do everything else right and still lose to being alone. So show up for someone. One day you'll need someone to show up for you. And that's it. Real butter, a simple breakfast, stretch before you rise, move every day, sleep when your body asks, read your 10 pages, and show up for people. None of it is complicated. Most of it costs nothing. After Earl died, there were mornings I didn't want to get up. Mornings I thought, who would even know if I stayed here? Then I'd think about my tea, my eggs, my garden, my 10 pages, and I'd put my feet on the floor. That's all living is, really, finding enough small reasons to stand up. So find yours. Start small tomorrow morning. Before you get out of bed, move your ankles in circles. That's it. The next day, take the walk, then make the breakfast. You don't have to fix your whole life tonight, but you do have to begin. Now go on. I've kept you long enough.